Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going to talk about Juliana Margulies again. And she has recently come out to apologize for asserting that the entire Black community has been brainwashed to hate Jews. That's what she said on a podcast. She said this on a podcast. Well, she now has a change of heart and she wants to apologize. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have to accept everybody's apology. And that's one thing we need to get in the habit of doing anyway. For far too long, people have made racist comments like Juliana Margulies, and they'll come back and say sorry and we forgive. No, we shouldn't actually. What this person is showing you is you can never ever trust them. Now, her comments are completely unprovoked. We have not done nor said anything about this woman until after what she said on a podcast. So, Israel Hamas has nothing to do with nary Black person in our community. It has nothing to do with us. But they are completely outdone that we are silent. They are outdone. So Margulies, who is Jewish, jumped on it and said it should be mandatory watching, especially for the Black community. Watching Israel Hamas, it should be mandatory for the Black community. And it should be mandatory, of course, because we should be forced and it should be mandatory for us to know the Holocaust. And, okay, so what are y'all going to learn about us? Oh, my bad. You're above that, right? So anyway, she added that Jews were allies during civil rights. Do you realize that was well over 50 years ago? So the only thing the Jewish community can reference about helping us was over 50 years ago. Y'all don't have nothing recent? Wow. That's not very impressive. So, decades later, the Israel Hamas war ramps up. Democratic voters, especially Black voters. I mean, she's got Black people on her mind. Have been less emphatic about expressing support for Israelis versus Palestinians. So this is what she's saying on this podcast. Where's the history lesson in that? I don't believe we need your history lesson when our history lesson has, for the most part, been hidden from us. We're trying to piece together our own history. Why do we have to know yours? So, anyway, moving on. So, yeah, so she's trying to say it's mandatory, but you notice none of them feel it's mandatory to learn our history. You see how see this one-sided love affair must end. It must end. It's no good for us and it must end. It's always what we should be doing, but it's never what you should be doing when it comes down to us. No, we ain't in this one-sided love affair with you anymore. But this is what she said. So she said, because the fact that the entire Black community isn't standing with us, to me, says either they just don't know or they have been brainwashed to hate Jews. But when you've been marginalized as much as a community, the way I feel we have isn't that when you step up. She added that this country would be in an uproar if bus drivers had walked out, stranding a 900 area people from a Detroit area Jewish group where we're trying to attend a march for Israel in Washington, D.C. last month. But because it happened to the Jews, for some reason, it's laughable, she said. Now, did we ever on any video say the Israel Hamas war is laughable or their protests are laugh? You see how they try to put all kinds of stigmas on us and try to assert we said and meant things that we never said or meant. What First of all, what the hell is funny about war? What is funny about war? If anything, y'all have laughed at us when we go on the streets and protest. At least we go out there and we protest because someone died. We go out for police brutality. Okay, and then we got other groups of people that get turned up because their favorite team lost. I mean, but we're called silly. What is funny, if people are out in the streets protesting, obviously they have a grievance. But y'all will laugh at us going to the streets. And you have. You have mocked us, you have laughed at, you've done all them things. When we were out protesting Trayvon Martin, y'all were on videos doing Trayvoning, laying on the floor with some iced tea and Skittles. See, that's what y'all do. And when we were out protesting George Floyd, y'all were doing videos, one person lay on the floor, the other one with a knee on them. See, that's the stuff y'all do. As far as the Black community, we don't mock that kind of stuff. We're not going to mock you over Israel Hamas. We're not going to do videos staging a protest and mocking your protest in Washington, D.C. See, that's not us. You couldn't find that example to save your mother's life. Those are the things y'all do. We don't do that. Unbelievable. No, so we have never said it's laughable what's going on in Israel and Hamas, nor have we laughed about your marches on the street. We haven't done that either. So you can miss us with all this stuff you're fabricating in your mind, Juliana. Okay, you're because you are making it all up. We have not done any of those things. So she comes out and says, I am horrified by the fact that statements that I made on a recent podcast offended the Black community. I truly love and respect. Okay, so that's how you talk to and talk about people you love and respect. Well, hell, we don't need that kind of love. We don't need that kind of love. You can keep that love to yourself. Margulies said, this is what she said to Deadline on Friday, this past Friday, y'all. I want to be 100% clear. She goes on to say racism, homophobia, sexism, and any prejudice against anyone's personal belief or identity. So is she saying, those things are terrible to her? Throughout my career, I have worked tirelessly to combat hate of all kinds and anti Semitism, speak out against terrorist groups like Hamas, and forge a united front against discrimination. Well, in your comment and what you made during the interview, that doesn't sound like that's what you were fighting for. It sounds contrary to what you're trying to say now. I did not intend for my words to sow further division. for which I am sincerely apologetic. Juliana Margulies, keep Black people out of your mouth. Seriously, keep us out of your mouth. We did not jump off that war over there. We did not have anything to do with the division. Those divisions have been going on over there for decades. Y'all are going to fight regardless to whether we support you or not. That's a long-standing war y'all been going. It didn't start on October 7th. It's been going on for several decades. And y'all can't seem to keep Black people out of your mouths. And y'all, I never in my life seen someone's silence disturb a group of people so much that they have to practically talk about us every single day. But that's exactly what's happening. And you know what I say to that, y'all? Stay silent. Stay silent. We don't have to give in to nobody's whining at all. And as far as Juliana Margulies' apology, she meant what she said. She meant every word of what she said. And that's where I stand. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.